All right, guys, we are going to take notes on antacids, and this is a video for anybody who wasn't in class, or if I'm gone, anybody who is in class. So, antacids. All right, do they work? Now, we've already done a lab, and if we haven't, if we're in a year where we do these notes first, we're going to do a lab on antacids, and we're going to see, yes, some of them do work, some of them work very well at neutralizing acid. But we're going to just define what antacids are, and we're going to talk about their mechanisms a little bit, list some of the chemicals that are used in them, etc. Okay, so first off, let's define the word antacid. Okay, an antacid is a substance which neutralizes, stomach acid to relieve heartburn. Okay, that's the major use, is to relieve heartburn, but it can be used to do other things as well. If you're just unsettled, you need to burp, whatever, it can be used for things like that. Okay. Okay, examples of antacids. We have Alka-Seltzer, which I'm going to list the chemicals that are in it, KHCO3 and NaHCO3. NaHCO3 is actually baking soda, okay, which actually that can be used on its own. So we'll just use that one next, okay, baking soda. And then KHCO3 is potassium bicarbonate. So you have sodium bicarbonate and potassium bicarbonate, and those are chemicals that can help with acid relief, okay. Rolates is another medicine, and rolates have calcium bicarbonate, which is a little bit more complicated. It's KHCO3 2. So there's 2 HCO3s for every calcium. And magnesium bicarbonate. So MgHCO3 2 again. And that's because calcium and magnesium are both positive 2 charge. And HCO3 is called bicarbonate. It has a -1 charge. So we need 2 of those to balance that magnesium or that calcium. Okay, Tums, which is just calcium carbonate. We don't need the hydrogen in there. We just have calcium carbonate. Mylanta. Mylanta is aluminum hydroxide. And magnesium hydroxide. Oops. Okay, typing chemical formulas is a little challenging sometimes. So Mylanta is aluminum hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide. And then another one that we are addressing in our class is milk of magnesia. So this is the only liquid on this list. Actually, Mylanta might also be a liquid. I've never actually taken Mylanta. But milk of magnesia is just the magnesium hydroxide. Doesn't have the aluminum hydroxide. Okay, so those are some examples. We can test the effectiveness of antacids using titrations. So if you've already done this, you know that. And if we haven't done this lab yet, then that's something to look forward to, okay? You can actually use a titration to see how good these medicines actually act in the stomach. Here's the general procedure, pretty simple. You mix an antacid with a sample of stomach acid. You titrate the mixture with NaOH to determine how much acid is still left to neutralize. So the less NaOH you need, the more acid was neutralized, because there's not as much left to keep neutralizing. So if you only need a little NaOH, more acid was neutralized. If you need a lot of NaOH, less acid was neutralized. Okay, so again, if you've already done that lab, then you are familiar with this already. If you haven't done that lab, that is something to look forward to. But super short notes today. Submit a picture, and I will see you guys in class.